This is Amthor's refined fuel truck. All tanks meet DOT 406 regulations, available with 500 gallons to 12,000 gallons. Our tanks are available in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum, with floors from 1/4 inch to 3/8 of an inch thick. They all have cross members at all heads and baffles, with offset baffle openings to prevent sloshing. We have outriggers available, standard and tandem tanks. We have multiple compartment sizes. They're DOT approved rear aluminum steel bumper and stainless steel bumper. We offer overturn protection with expanded metal walkways, LED lighting with vapor-proof wiring throughout, exclusive electrical system and junction boxes, Jeep-style fenders, top and front rear drains, off-road and heavy-duty construction options are available. Hi, I'm Sheldon Hill with Amthor International, and I'm going to be showing you how to operate a dual equipment fuel truck. First thing you want to do is open the fire release. Make sure both valves at the pump are open, and make sure the ball valve on the air tank is open. Engage your PTO, engage whatever compartment you would like to use, and engage your pump pressure switch to pump faster. Engage your meter to run. Open your side door, remove your nozzle, pull out, and you're ready to start pumping. As soon as you're done pumping, move your meter switch down to shift print, and your ticket will print in the cab. Hi, I'm Sheldon Hill with Amthor International. Today we're going to show you how to operate a single equipment fuel truck. First, you want to open the fire release. Make sure you have the gate valve at the pump open, and make sure the ball valve at the tank is open. Open the meter box on the curb side. The switches will be on the curb side of the box. Engage the PTO, engage your desired compartment, and if you'd like to pump faster, engage the pump pressure switch. To pump your desired compartment, just shift your meter to run. When you're finished, to print in the cab, engage it to shift print, and your ticket will print inside the cab. This is Amthor's 3,200 gallon propane tank. We have tanks available from 800 to 7,000 gallons. Rear decks are available in steel, aluminum, and stainless steel. All LED lighting is housed in a waterproof casted aluminum junction box with vapor-proof wiring and numerous additional lighting options available. Custom paint jobs are available along with a heavy-duty Corlar rock guard protection on the belly of the tank. Numerous additional tank pumping and metering options are available. All chassis makes and model are available with rear DOT approved aluminum, steel, and stainless steel bumpers. Multifunction remote control shutdown pump system allows for safe operation of the pump system. Standard dual rear tow hooks and side suction lines available. Aluminum formed Jeep-style fenders are separate from the rear deck. Deck-mounted aluminum hose reel has a 4-way roller or guide arm system to make winding and unwinding the hose easy.
I'm William Matherly. I am supervisor over propane building. Today we're going to go over a propane truck for you to show you the basic operations of it. Right now we'll go over loading the propane truck. Right here we have a vapor line, a liquid line. What you want to do is pull your cap off, get hooked up at your loading rack, come over here, turn this 80% bleeder on to where it'll bleed. When liquid starts coming out of it, you know your tank is full. So you shut everything down, cut your bleeder off, unhook your lines, and you're ready to go make deliveries with the truck. Now we'll go over basic operation on how to make a delivery with a propane truck. I've got a remote in my hand, which is emergency shut off. All of ours come with PTO control also. So once you get to make a delivery, you open your box up. Inside your box you have a belly valve control. You flip your belly valve control on, hit start on your meter, you grab your hose, you pull it to the tank, you use your remote and cut your PTO on. make your delivery. Once your delivery is complete, you come back to the truck, you hit stop on your meter and then print, so you can print a ticket, you cut your PTO off, and your delivery is complete. It's very little maintenance that you have to do. You've got 2 PTO shafts and a pump underneath the truck. You need to grease your PTOs and your pump, I'd say once a month, depending on how much you use the truck. But you want to do that every month. You want to go through, retighten your tie down bolts on it, on your frame, to make sure all of them are tight. You want to come back to the back of your truck. You always know how many gallons a minute your pump is pumping. Once your pump slows down and it's not pumping the gallons per minute again, you need to cut off all of your valves going to your meter, bleed your meter down, remove your cap off of your air eliminator, pull your strainer out, clean it, and that should get you back up and going again.
Have you ever wondered how Amthor International builds the industry's top tanker trucks? At Amthor International, we pride ourselves on manufacturing quality American-made products. With over 100 employees, Amthor International gathers the best team to customize and craft your next tanker truck. From our engineering and design teams to our welders, mechanics, and electricians, our experts are focused on building the best tanker truck your business needs to get the job done. Our dedicated employees work around the clock, pulling parts, bending aluminum, and fabricating steel to ensure your tank is made to the highest standards. Whether it's speaking with Butch to finalize your job card, Vicky designing your tank, Sheldon delivering your designs to the floor, Ronnie and Devon working in fabrication, Ethan operating the Pangiris to ensure your tank has the tightest weld, or Jack and Robert mounting your tank. Your custom-designed, top-of-the-line tanker truck is manufactured by American hands to your specifications. At Amthor International, we're more than American-made. We are reliable solutions that keep you on the road.
My name is Butch Amthor, president of Amthor International, Amthor Welding in New York. And we manufacture truck tanks for vehicles, plus many other items. I've been in the business 54 years. Started out when I came to Virginia with nothing and built it to the largest tank truck manufacturer in North America today. It started in 1928. My grandfather was a blacksmith who used to shoe horses, made his own horseshoes, his own nails. I used to, as a little kid, used to wear the blower for him. Dad opened up a welding shop, and we used to make farm machinery. Where we're from in New York, used to be a very large farm industry. I wasn't satisfied with that, and took on a tank line and started installing them, liked it, and started building tanks. When I came down to Virginia from New York, I didn't even have one order for a tank. Everything I had was up for collateralized with the bank. And I used to sleep in the office, eat ham and cheese sandwiches, work 7 days a week, 15, 18, 19 hours a day.
We're the largest within our industry for what we do. Some look at us as we're this big corporation and we're these, folks you can never get a hold of. And it's not like that here. We may be considered a big corporation, but you can always talk to an Amthor. You can always talk to Butch, my father, myself, which is a very important factor that we want to continue to hold those values. Where we came from, where we are today, we still hold those core values, and we feel it's a very important foundation for our company.
The name of the tank company is not Midwest Tank or Southern Tank, it's Amthor Tank. And Amthor takes pride in what we do. And my one son, David, who does the engineering for the company, him and I work close side by side, and we make it fun. And we want to make the best product, and we do make the best product. Nobody even comes close to our product today. Couldn't do it without my wife, Alice, who is also my business partner. She's a wonderful, wonderful lady. I've been married over 50 years. She's an extremely smart businesswoman, and I respect her, and she respects me, which is most important.
We have a great foundation of people here, have been here. In fact, we still have our very first employee that started here when we opened the doors. From there, we've built on that family, and we feel our employees are like our family as our customers. I see Amthor International growing. We have grown every year since we've been in business. We're looking into expanding into new product lines and to kind of diversifying our product line even more. We're also looking at, off-site locations to increase our distribution. We're a very aggressive company. We are constantly thinking of new ways to grow and expand. I don't see really anything stopping us from getting to that point.
I never envisioned Amthor as being what it is today from what I started with. Most tank companies are in it for the sale. I'm in it for the sale, but I'm also in it to serve the customer and for a long period of time. I had a man come in yesterday and he said to me he says, "You Mr. Amthor? You know, my dad and I bought a tank from you in 1992. We're still using it today. It's the best tank we've ever owned." My hat almost fell off my head. The best form of flattery is when you sell a man a tank truck and he comes back in 2 or 3 years or 4 years and buys another one and comes back again and buys another one. That's a form of flattery that you just can't put in with dollars and cents. My competition buys parts and bumpers and fenders and stuff off of me, which is a form of flattery. You gotta be there for the customer. Our customers are worldwide. We got customers in the Caribbean, we got customers in China, Taiwan, Venezuela. We have got the reputation that they don't have to talk to 10 secretaries and 10 general managers. They can always talk to an Amthor. Doesn't make what time of day or night, we're always accessible.
This is a cliche statement, but when somebody buys our product, they're essentially buying our name. It's a kind of a corny thing, but it actually means a lot because the tank is an Amthor tank. Our name goes on it, so we take a lot of pride. So when people want to buy a product, I want them to say, "I want to buy an Amthor." We will go above and beyond on even probably more than anybody else in the industry to make sure that they're taken care of, and because we want to come back, we want to be happy.
I'm Mark Agee, General Manager of Amthor International, Gretna, Virginia, tank manufacturer. We're going through the process of tank manufacturing. You as a customer have been through the engineering process. Your print's been signed off on. The next step is the prints hit the floor. The fabrication department is the next stop. This is where your material is requisitioned, be it stainless steel, steel, or aluminum. The fabrication department will take your prints, shear the material to size, bend it if necessary, roll it into the shape of the tank. And the basic shape of a tank are 4 parts. You have a floor, 2 sides, and a top. We can go down and look at that particular equipment. This piece of equipment right here is a press brake. They've already sheared the material of steel, in this particular instance, to size. They're putting bends in, forming it for print to install on your tank. This piece of equipment is a 3-point roller. It'll take up to 1/4-inch material and roll it into shape. From that point, it'll go to the fixtures to be assembled into a tank. As the fabrication department are making sides, floors, and top sheets for the tank, another integral part of the tank are the heads and baffles. And these are dividers inside of a tank, separated into multiple compartments or one single compartment. That particular piece is made out of a sheet of aluminum. It's picked up with a crane, dropped into this machine right here. The hydraulic press comes on, develops up to 30,000 pounds per square inch. A At that point, it automatically flows 120 pounds of air pressure against that sheet, and it forms a concave surface. He'll take his piece of aluminum, mount it into the cup right here, and make a rotation with this hydraulic ram set into it. It acts like a pair of scissors and cuts it down to 1.5 inches larger than this template. From that point, he has a finished cut. He'll take it out of this end of the machine, insert it in between these two rollers, and he'll end up with a 1-inch flange, the exact size of this template. This is what's commonly called a head or a baffle in a tank. From this point, we have the floor, sides, top sheet, baffles, and heads to start a tank. The sills are set on a fixture. The floor is set, squared, baffles and heads are put into place. This is before the tank has the sides on it, so you can actually see the internal workings of the tank. This machine is a Pangyris. It's a semi-automatic robotic welder. It has a weld head at the top. This machine can track the length of the tank without stopping. It has less chance of a leak than a man welding by hand. This tank rotates 360 degrees. They turn it upside down, go inside of it, and weld the top out. Once it's welded out 100%, it goes to the finishing department. The basic tank out of the Pangyris, sides are on, welded out 100%, the floor is on, the heads and baffles, top sheet, and manways allowing access into the tank. Once it reaches finishing, the entire tank is buttoned up, closed up all the openings on it, and it's given its maximum pressure, which is an oil tank, 5.5 pounds, is pressure tested. Also in this department, it'll be wired up to DOT specifications. Once that's complete, it goes to the cleaning process, and from there either shipped to the customer or taken to our mounting department where it's mounted on a chassis, piped up, ready to service the customer. From the finishing department, our tanks are taken to the cleaning area where they go through a mild acid bath, sanding if they have any scratches or blemishes, and brought back with buffing compound to the original luster. From that point, they're taken to the mounting department for us to mount to the customer or shipped to the customers for them to mount themselves. The next step after the tank is built, and we're going to mount it here at Amthor International, is to bring the chassis in and prep the chassis. The chassis is prepped with a pump the fuel to the metering system. Bumpers are installed, the top of the truck frame is piped. From that point, the tank is brought in and it's piped also. Once that's done, both pieces are mated together, and this is the end result. You have a working unit with a metering system, hose reel to deliver fuel to the customer, toolboxes, all the accoutrements that the customer requires, and from this point, it's a working unit. It's ready to go to the paint shop to be touched up and delivered to the customer.
Here at Amthor International, we're a very diverse manufacturer. We're in multiple different markets. So each market has a different set of customers. So to be able to target all those different customers and those different products, we have to be a custom shop and really build a product to their needs. So whether you're buying one truck or you're buying 100, we look at that customer as the same. We serve markets such as the refined fuel market, the propane market, the vacuum septic truck market, the portable restroom market, fire apparatus market, dust control water delivery market. We also build flatbed bodies, rack bodies, dump trucks, and aviation refuelers. There are many other products down the road that we're actually looking into now, so we're looking forward to expanding our product line in the coming years.
We build a lot of special stuff that nobody else even wants to build. Build tunnel flushers and stuff that everybody gets laughed at. I want this thing made, and everybody laughs at them. And I don't laugh at them, I just make them, because that's what's made us number one.
When a customer comes to us to buy a product, we want them to feel they can go nowhere else. We try to develop programs and incentives, such as a one-stop shop. So they can come here, they can get the unit financed, they can get their truck, and they can get their tank, and all in one shot, versus have to go to a bank, a tank company, and a chassis dealer to get all those components. They can come right to Amthor and buy them all at one shot. Have our own finance company. We do all the, we do financing for our end users. We have our own leasing company for a full service leasing program. We go out and we purchase hundreds of chassis from different chassis manufacturers, and we keep in our yard here. So if somebody wants a small truck or a big truck, depending on what the application is, they literally can go in our yard and pinpoint one and say, I want that one. We keep turnkey units on the ground at all times. It's ready to go. We also keep several tank vessels built on the ground so they can grab, what they want, and we can customize it from there. If a guy doesn't want a red truck, he wants a white one, or he wants, this tank or that tank, we want to have them all here to take care of that right away. We try to meet the demands of the customer, the immediate needs, on several different levels. There's a lot of great companies out there within our industry, but I do feel that our product is superior just because of the thought process that goes into it, the engineering, how we over-engineer our products, how we really consider what the customer thought process is and to build it for them and not try to give them something we think they need, but really design the entire product around them. When you build a product that makes their job easier, they're going to be happier, and they're definitely going to come back and want to buy more.
I'm on the floor myself all day, every day, looking at this, this is being done, that's being done. It's almost like a good restaurant when they got a top chef that goes through and he's checking all the other cooks to make sure that the food is perfect. Well, I try to watch every aspect, and I'm on the floor trying to catch all the little stuff that makes our tank better than somebody else's. My supervisor, Mark Agee, and I have worked together coming up with all kinds of little wing bang things that makes our machines work better at a lower cost. Here at Amthor, we have all kinds of machinery. We have 4 automatic welders, which we actually built ourselves. Actually, they work better than the ones that we bought. We currently just bought a new 350-ton press brake and a new 16-foot shear. And the reason we did that is because the old ones we weren't getting the tolerances out of the equipment that we needed. A few years ago, the New York State Thruway called me and they said they had put a special tank. They wanted a tank to do a special item, and everybody laughed at them. Nobody would build it. And then somebody up there that knew me said, "We'll call Butch." So they called me and we built it. It's worked out so well, they've already bought 20 of them. City of New York, the same thing. We just finished 50 units for them. It's because they like our product, and our product is the only one that holds up in the rigorous streets of New York City. Same thing in the Caribbean. It's very rigorous mountains and stuff, and tanks don't hold together, but our tanks hold together. And listen to customers and listen to their problems so we know how to fix their problems so we can make a better product.
To be able to meet the increased demand for our products worldwide, we started our own off-site training center. We would put folks through this training center, and the training center was designed specifically after our production process. So these folks that was being put through the school, they would be put in different sectors depending on where they would work in our facility. They would go through the school after being hand-picked, passing several levels of exams prior to attending the course. The course could be anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks. And upon completion, they're guaranteed a job here at the company. By having this off-site training, it's allowed us to limit the on-the-job training that we have here on site. So when they come out of the school, they're ready to go to work, which has saved us a lot of time and be able to at least increase production by 40%. We do a lot of ongoing training. I'm going to say it's more of a cross-training. So we can move folks around throughout the plant when needed. If we're short in one area, let's say we're down folks in a certain part of the plant, we can kind of move them around. So it allows us to fill positions when needed.